Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Full Force News Burst Live with me, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80, brought to you by General Joe's REBORN.com and Cold Slither now. Yes, it's all kicking off today, isn't it? Hello, everyone in the chat already. Hello, Real Zim, Wilfredo, Out Shell Space, Jedi Ben, Chris G, Punk with Toys, Blitz, Real Zim, all of you guys. Hello, welcome. And yeah, we're going to be talking Sdcc and that, aren't we? Oh. That's that. I'll tell you now. I'll tell you for now. What? I'll tell you now. That was a surprise. For someone that tends to know a little bit about what we might be getting in the future, that one came out of bloody nowhere for me. So I have been buzzing today, getting that, seeing that come through and all on their official channels and everything. So that's been fun. We'll be looking at Super7's O-Ring Zartan. We'll be looking at the Cold Slither classified box set. And we'll be talking through a little bit of the details and everything. And yeah, it's unreal. Sorry if this live stream is happening during work hours for some of you. My apologies. I'm too excited. I want to go now. Anyway, lots to get into, lots to get chatting about. So let's do it with a bit of Cold Slither. You'll be joining us soon, a band of vipers playing our tune. It's funny because that was one of the VHS tapes I had as a kid. The Cold Slither episode was one that just, that got like a kind of like a constant rotation. And the funny thing about that is that it was I had two versions of it, right? One version was on I think like 2 episodes on one VHS tape. So it was Cold Slither, and I can't remember what else was on there now. It's been a while since we watched that one. I've got all the VHS tapes and DVD kind of versions of those dubs somewhere. They're down there, I think. Not that you guys know, but I can't remember what else. What was on the Cold Slither episode? Someone, the Cold Slither VHS. Someone will let me know. In any case, that was on there, and then they also released another version of it. Now, bear in mind, it was overdubbed, so that first version had like Action Force, Full Force, whatever, all sorts of different things, and they called it the Action Force band, not the Average Joe band. So they effectively did some overdubs to the lyrics, to the music. Oh my god, it's amazing. So I grew up with that and was a little bit kind of obsessed, and then they released it again. They released it on one of those videos, like a bunch of different episodes on it, right? And for some reason they double tracked it, so it had the original GI Joe audio, which they hadn't taken off, and then they had the overdub, and so it was almost like GI Joe on one speaker and the Action Force dub on the other, and they're on top of each other, and it's an absolute Let's Play Soldier. Thank you, Michael. You're right. It was Let's Play Soldier and Cold Slither. That was the double whammy on a VHS. So yeah, the second so it came up again later on like a VHS tape with like a bunch of different episodes on it, and yeah, had this double tracked overdub, which was crazy. Now I don't know if it was on everyone's VHS tape, but it was certainly on mine. And according to people that were watching the overdub when I was explaining this on a watch along years ago, I think like back in 2020, someone had said that theirs did the same. They had a double tracked episode, so it definitely happened on more than, it wasn't just like a random issue, probably on all of them that came out. In any case, let's talk toys. So we'll start with Super7's reveal today on it was on IGN, but then the press release email came through, so I'll be kind of looking at that specifically with all the details in it. So it says in the press release, particularly for this Zartan that we've got on screen at the moment, O-Ring, of course, Reaction Plus, Zartan and Cold Slither, brilliant. In addition to the limited edition set, and in collaboration with Super7, is the G.I. Joe Cold Slither Zartan Reaction Plus figure. Great for bringing Cobra's most unforgettable performances to life. The Zartan Reaction Plus figure will be available for pre-order Thursday, April the 3rd at 9:15 a.m. Pacific, 12:15 p.m. Eastern. Check out super7.com for more details. So this isn't SDCC exclusive by the sounds of it. This is just going to be available in April. And I suppose they're doing this sort of like combined thing with Cold Slither to kind of like, because it's all related, I guess. But for as far as I can tell there, it's not an SDCC exclusive. It is available for pre-order Thursday, the April the 3rd. So not too far away, actually. Not too far away at all. And is there any other information? Yeah, there is more information. Yes. Hasbro Super7, ages 14 years and up. Approximate retail price $20. Available for pre-order April the 3rd, 9:15 a.m. We've done all that. And that's that. Zartan trades his covert missions for center stage as the lead singer of Cobra's infamous rock band Cold Slither. Inspired by the animated series G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero, this 375 scales Cold Slither Zartan Reaction Plus figure features cartoon-accurate sculpt details, including UV color-changing plastic that changes his skin to purple when exposed to sunlight, and we'll be looking at an image of that as well in a second. And comes with microphone and guitar accessories, perfect for bringing Cobra's most unforgettable performances to life. Packaged on a blistered card back that evokes the classic G.I. Joe toy line of the early 80s, this figure is designed to look and feel like the vintage toys fans know and love. Featuring retro O-ring construction and 12 points of articulation, Cold Slither Zartan offers ultimate posability, ready to belt out a tune, kind of, or join in Cobra's latest scheme at the drop of a hat. Whether you're a G.I. Joe fan or just love the idea of Cobra in concert, Cold Slither Zartan is the star your collection has been waiting for. Cold Slither, you'll be joining us soon, etc., etc. So that is the Super 7 Zartan phenomenal. Now, I imagine they'll probably end up with the whole band at some point. Either they'll spread them out in the O-ring, Kitty said, or there'll be some sort of like box set at some point. I don't know. It's hard to say, really, isn't it? When you release the main one from the group, either that's the only one they're doing, or the others will come later. So I don't know. I expect them to do that. But color changing is pretty cool. And going through some of the images, we also get a cheeky look at the card back. And I was supposed to do a zoom in, but I completely forgot to do that, of course. Now, on the back of the card, you'll see there is a cartoon Snake Eyes on there, which is I'm assuming just a complete redeco of the one they've already brought out. Arctic Cobra Commander, Wild Bill, and of course Zartan. So it's kind of like a little wave of figures there being shown off on the blister on the back card back. So that's a nice little addition. So we kind of can, basically get given what the next wave is with Snake Eyes, Arctic Cobra Commander from the movie as well. That makes a lot of sense. Wild Bill, and of course Zartan. Will the others be up on April? Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole wave isn't available around that time, but don't know yet. Technically, there might be a bit more information to come on that. But there you go. And it's nice to get, like I said, get a little kind of heads up on the next wave, which is kind of fun. We also have an image here of the color change feature. So in the materials that were sent out in the email by Hasbro, there's a video showing this figure changing from, that skin color to that skin tone to that skin tone. So yeah, there you go. We get like a nice, a nice color change feature. I wasn't expecting that, honestly. I say that I wasn't expecting them to do Zartan again with color change capability. I know it's kind of like, well, why not? And that obviously they have done, but it's not something that I would have expected, because it's not something that he really shows off in the Cold Slither episode, but obviously it's part of him and would happen if the sunlight hit him, etc., etc. But it's a nice little additional extra, and it's all the better for it, I think, and it kind of adds another element of cool to and a really cool addition to the O-ring line, in my opinion, on this one. So that's really cool. When I first saw the image, I didn't instantly I thought, oh, are they doing a reaction figure, and didn't realize it was Reaction Plus. because I hadn't really. I was just scrolling through the article and I was like, oh, cool. And then obviously saw the plus and was like, oh, good. It's it's going to be a proper O-ring one, and I'm kind of happy for that because again, it's like giving us a new O-ring that we haven't had before. Brilliant. And the fact that its color change is awesome. Guitar looks cool. Mic looks fun. Brilliant stuff. So that is Super7's little reveal within this classified. The main thing was with the classified thing, let's face it, and that is nuts. So should we get stuck into that? Let's do so. Bosh. Like I said, completely out of was not expecting this. Sort of wasn't even really expecting it in the classified series. It does feel it feels like the Cold Slither whole aspect feels like a Super 7 comfort zone to me. It feels like an obvious Super 7 thing. So for them to do this in the classified scale has made me I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of just really excited for it. So lots of stuff to get into here. Really cool, group of figures here. So cool. And the accessories, amazing. I may even do, it's probably already been done already, but I'm going to get images of the actual band members from the episode and do little side-by-side comparisons. I was going to do that for this episode, but I ran out of time. So I will probably just post those later if someone hasn't already done that, which is, totally fine. Anyway, this is what they say about Cold Slither classified. From Hasbro, Cold Slither's triumphant return arrives in the form of the G.I. Joe Classified Series number 163. Yes, that's where we're at the moment. Dreadnough's Cold Slither Band of Vipers Tour commemorative action figure set. Of the band's founding members, Zartan, Ripper, Buzzer, and Torch. Rock out with this commemorative action figure set this summer, available exclusively at San Diego Comic-Con while supplies last. Limited quantities will also be available on Hasbro Pulse following the event. Nothing changes there then. Check out an early first look at digital renders here, not here. That's where I check them out. Here is where you're checking them out. Well, you've already seen them, so I don't know why I'm talking like this is brand new information to you guys. There's other stuff to get into as well, but we'll talk about the figures first, and then we'll talk about some of the other aspects that I've got a feeling might be added to the package. Now, the package sounds incredible, Kitty said. Yes, Kitty said, package sounds incredible. I've already read that one. So this commemorative action figure set includes 6-inch scale figures of all 4 founding members. This commemorative action figure set includes 6-inch scale figures of all, said that already, Zartan, Ripper, Buzzer, Torch, each equipped with their signature instrument and a total of 29 accessories. 29 accessories. 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm only counting. Or maybe they're counting things that are maybe on. Maybe the stuff on here we haven't seen yet, because that's a lot of accessories that they haven't gone into details with. The musical accessories include a guitar, bass, keytar, 5 instrument straps, and a full 6-inch scale drum kit, complete with a floor tom, hi-hat with pedal, high tom, mid tom, bass drum with a kick pedal, stool, 2 drumsticks, snare drum, cymbals, and stands. Oh my goodness. That's just keep giving us drum kits, please, with just different. Give us an average Joe band, right? Or what's the word? Give us an average Joe band or a Action Force band, as I would call it. No patches indeed, Jedi Ben. That's hilarious. No microphone in this image. No, Mark, but I think there's one on Zartan's image, maybe. We'll see in a second. But anyway, yeah, so there's a couple of things that aren't on this particular image, I assume, in that case. But how good is that drum kit? That drum kit's insane. Insane. Anyway, love it. Hi, Ryan. I wish you could be joining us soon as well, but have a good evening. Price is going to be interesting, isn't it? I don't know I have no clue. It's what is it? 4 figures? What's a 2-pack usually? Like $54.99. It's probably going to be. Oh, it's got to be breaking 100, hasn't it? Maybe 100, maybe $99.99 if they can kind of get it into sort of the vamp thing. Because I mean, what a vamp? A vamp, one figure, 4 figures, and some accessories. Maybe more than that. I know, maybe $100. Maybe $100. McDowin is predicting 150. Someone said 200 earlier. That's gone now. Sorry, I can't tell who that was. Who's 250 says James Oliver. I don't think it's that much. Don't care what it costs. I like that thinking, Chris G. Tim says 100. Jebba Ben reckons 125. Shelf Presence reckons 125. Fearcore 149.99. Jay Toygo says 150. Yeah, we get okay. Maybe it's going to be somewhere in and around that area. Joe Barrett 130, 135 Lone Dragon. Okay, we'll see, won't we? I don't actually have a price point yet for this, so unfortunately, can't help anyone there. And I was hoping it would be on the Hasbro email, but they only gave the price point for the Super7 figure because that's probably coming out sooner. Well, it is coming out sooner, so maybe they're still working on things. I don't know. And anyway, I'll continue talking about what's included. So, Buzzer rocks removable glasses and a neckerchief. Oh, okay. With detailed designs and exceptional articulation, these figures are perfect for dynamic displays. So maybe it's the removable goggles, the neckerchief, because it looks like everyone else is like molded on, isn't it? Like Torch obviously is probably a very similar vibe to this first figure. Ripper had removable shades, but not this time by the looks of things. Certainly not explained in here anyway. Now, this is the bit that's really cool. This is really, really cool. Check this out. The collectible box features a recreation of the renowned Springfield Theatre's exterior, transporting you to an unforgettable concert experience, complete with Easter eggs and notable characters. Unfold the box to find Cold Slither ready to rock the stage. So you can unfold. It's going to be like a door opening sort of scenario, isn't it? Which I think is a really good idea. That will raise the price up, yeah, for like a premium box, and it's Sdcc exclusive. I don't think I'm gonna have to think. I'm gonna have to think about this one, but yeah, in terms of cost, it's gonna be significant. But this is the thing, guys. If it's too much and you don't like it, don't get it. But how good does that box sound? I think it sounds amazing. Recreation of the renowned Springfield Theatre's exterior. The renowned Springfield Theatre's exterior. If you told me to draw the renowned Springfield Theatre's exterior from memory, I would very much struggle. I don't know. I'm going to have to look up some comic maybe panels of the renowned Springfield Theatre. But yeah, this is fun. This is fun. It continues to say, don't tell us what's right. Don't tell us what's wrong. Don't miss out on this special commemorative offer. 4 incredible Dreadnought Cold Slither action figures with instrument accessories packaged in their Springfield Theatre playset. That just summarizes everything I've just said. Order now. Can't really do that, unfortunately. To recreate your favorite Cold Slither band of Vipers tour moments again and again. Oh, this is a fun little addition. This exclusive set is for band members only. I like it. But don't miss the other G.I. Joe Classified and Cobra action figures, sold separately, to display alongside Cold Slither as music-loving concert goers. Embrace the year of the snake with this heavy metal machine that will have you shouting, "Long live Cobra." There you go. That's all of the copy from the email with all that information and that. So amazing stuff, eh? Amazing stuff. Let's go through individually and just look how freaking crazy this is. Buzzer on the drums, man. Buzzer on the drums. I love I think the drum set alone is something it's such a cool accessory set to have. And it's going to be I can't wait to display this. Proof Lenny and the team got drunk on. Yeah, I mean, do you need proof for that? the entire classified series. Lone Dragon, I hope it's not over $150. I have to order 2 in case Kato misses it again. I would say I'm 100% going to say on this one, I really don't know price point, but I'd be surprised if they just go crazy with it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, like I'm surprised. I would be surprised if this, because when you think about it, like this and like a vamp, I know it's like there's a lot more going into this in terms of action figure construct, a lot of new parts, all that kind of jazz. But like when I think about the vamp and like the stinger and all that kind of stuff, I'm like that the fact they got that at 99.99 always surprised me. So maybe this is probably more than that. Because if you think about like a 2-pack of figures, right? Like two packs, stick them together. That's what it should be, really, shouldn't it? Like 110, right? But I don't know if that's how they're going to play it, because obviously, yeah, the packaging is going to bump that up a little bit. I could see 120, 130, 150 sounds a lot to me. 150 sounds a lot to me, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Or would I? I think I would be surprised at 150. I'm still going to get it, but whatever. Yeah, eBay price is slightly different there, RKW. Yeah. Paul says 4 figures is $100 right there. Yeah, but when you look at like a 2-pack though, I mean, it is 100%. It's $100 easily done. Check just for the figures. But yeah, I don't know. Now, the more I think about it, the more it's probably going to be about. Yeah, probably going to be about. It's going to be £1,000 basically. $100,762.05 with tax. Okay, cool. We'll move on from that. Anyway, Buzzer looks amazing. Just so good. I can't believe they've done this in a good way. I can't believe it. Not in like, I can't believe they've done this. I'm more, I can't believe they've done this. Oh, Jeremy says, want to bet we are looking at some monkey wrench parts for some of these figures? Possibly. Could be. Looking at that one right there. Maybe they reuse the secondary. Yeah, possibly. That would not be surprising, would it? Kyoto says, I'm going to guess 129.99 with that accessories count. Max Spidey was 50 to 25 was hands and 50, so 25 was hands and webs, but here they don't have the ridiculous royalties for Disney. Cost of deluxe times 4 and $20 for the custom layout playset. Well, it wouldn't be 4 deluxe figures. It would be technically, if we're talking technically, it would be 3 figures and 1 deluxe figure, wouldn't it? Because the deluxe figures come with the drum kit. The rest of them isn't deluxe level accessories. Anyway, Crimson Strike Team was $90. It's not now though, is it? And they might have felt like they learned a lesson from that sort of thing. But then again, this is probably a little bit more. I mean, it's already creating insane buzz. Like either I've seen a lot of people go, yeah, this is amazing. I need it. I don't care, whatever. I want it. And I've seen a lot of people say, well, I haven't seen a lot of people say, I've seen some people say it's an easy pass, or it's, because it's cold Slither or whatever, they're not really that interested. And that's totally fine. Needs the grape soda. That's a good point. Why are we not getting grapes? We're getting grape soda homages all over the packaging. I've got a feeling this one's one of those ones I would suggest, if you want it, you're gonna have to hustle on this one. AKA you'll have to do a Sdcc purchase, AKA go to Sdcc, or have someone go there for you, or get on it the day that it goes up the moment that it goes up on Pulse for Pulse Premium members. That is what I would suggest. Just be prepared for disappointment, because I think this one might sell out, personally. It's always the way, isn't it? The ones that are kind of the most controversial usually sell out. And this seems to have a lot of that sort of like vibe to it. For a lot of points that people are making, I think, because we don't know the price yet, so there's no point getting upset about that just this moment. Save that for when save that emotion for when the actual price, is known, and we're like, oh my god. In any case, Buzzer. Sorry, I've been on Buzzer a long time because I think this is freaking awesome. That drum kit is insane. The detail on the drum kit is next level. I'm here for it. The frigging thing's got pedals. If those pedals work, like if you press them and they go against the drum kit, forget about it. Forget about it. Anyway, Buzzer, that's Buzzer. Then we have Ripper in his stripy pants and his little sash belt, which is amazing. He comes with this amazing axe guitar for those uninitiated and the guitar strap. I like him. I think it's awesome. That guitar is gorgeous. I'm well into it. I wonder, actually. Again, I don't think the guitars they had in the episode were as detailed in terms of design. I think they were just block colors. I could be wrong, but that looks phenomenal, and I love what they've done there. Very, very 80s coded, isn't it? With that kind of blue and everything. Yeah, very, very nice indeed. Oh yeah, bandana is probably Monkey Wrench too, Jeremy. Yes, from the neckerchief. Yeah, good point. Good point. Flying V guitar, says Stanley. Yes, indeed. So what's the ticket price for SDCC, says Cropstar? Yeah, I think everyone's maybe going to make a visit for this bad boy. This one's got like pirate legs, in my opinion, but not like actual pirate legs, like kind of like cartoony pirate legs. The stripes are really doing it for me. Anyway, amazing leggings. I'm here for it. This is ridiculous, man. I can't believe they've done this again. I'm very positive way, but this is just amazing. Anyway, so Ripper looks like he's great haircut, by the way. I'm not sure if there's going to be like what they've done is they've kind of retooled the head, the actual Ripper head, but no, they wouldn't have done because he had removable shades. So this is a new head sculpt and hair. Unreal. So that's beautiful. Then we have Torch. What is going on? That keytar. He's got a keytar. Now, if they haven't got a port on the end of that keytar for blast effects, they have missed an opportunity, because they should be thinking Mad Max in this sense, shouldn't they? Do you know what I'm saying? It's Torch. First of all, he needs a flamethrower weapon. And I think the keytar with a little blast effect attachment where you could get his blast effects from the thing would be perfect here. If they've not done that, I'm going to be upset. I am, because I think that is an absolute home. All you've got to do, you don't even have to include a blast effect. You just poke a hole in the end of the freaking keytar. If that isn't done, I don't know. I'm going to have words. I might have words with the team about that if we don't have a blast effect port in the keytar. You know what I'm talking about. Surely they must have thought of that. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, they can maybe reuse that Ripper head sculpt minus hair and glasses for a retro version. Possibly. If the hair comes off. Sorry, I know you're talking about Ripper and we're looking at Torch right now, but I'm just behind a little bit. Mad Max Fury Road guitar flamethrower, anyone? I mean, I've literally been talking about that, Mark, the entire time. So yes, I'm anyone in that sense. I just think this would be a perfect opportunity for the flame blast effect to be coming out at the end of the keytar, because I just think it's so obvious to me. It was almost the first thing I thought of when I saw this image. I'm like, well, he has to have a blast effect in his keytar. That has to have a blast effect hole. That's all they need to do. Please. Anyway, they don't come with cabinets and amps, Jay, from what I can tell, because having read the they might do is the thing. They might not be showing everything on there because they said 29 accessories. And if we just quickly go back here and count 1, 2, 3, and then maybe they break the drum kit apart. So maybe it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for the actual pedals, 15 neckerchief, 16 shades, 17 microphone. There's a possibility there could be spare hands. Could they have rock hands like that? I mean, that's a missed opportunity if they haven't just reused rock and rolls like one of those. There's got to be stuff that isn't pictured. A mic with a stand would be phenomenal. Yeah, because they say 29 accessories in the email, so there could be spare hands. There could be other things I'm not really focusing on at the moment, or really thinking about. Maybe that what you call it, vest on buzzer is counted as a separate accessory because it can come off, because that isn't connected in any way. Instrument hands, yeah, but maybe they can just use the C grips for that. But you're right, there could be instrument hands too. Peter, it's only the goggles on buzzer that are removable, and it might be a situation where they could be so good you could use them on your other buzzer. Yeah, I think rock and roll's devil horn hands have to really be in there, otherwise what's the point of doing them? But we're still, even Jedi Ben, even making the drumsticks two separate accessories, we're still a ways behind. Even if you add all the straps, we're still a ways behind. So I think there's a few things not pictured. Let's just go through them again. These are all 1-on-1s, aren't they? Is there a microphone with Zartan? No. So there is a microphone, but it's just not pictured. So I think we can assume there's a lot more to come in terms of accessories. Anyway, I love Torch. I love that is pretty much accurate. The white shirt with the red arrow, the black leggings, lovely stuff. He looks great. No notes. Next, Zartan. Obviously, we got to have the front man, and perfect. Love the hair. Just next level. The guitar, gorgeous, absolutely good, gorgeous guitar. And like I said, no notes. He'll come with a microphone because they say it in the accessory loadout. So I'm sure not everything is shown, because I get the feeling there's quite a bit more. Now, does that mean amps and cabinets? I don't know. But is it more likely going to be spare hands and a mic and maybe a mic stand? Possibly. I'd be surprised though of them. Oh, the drum seat's another one. Thank you, Windblade. So yeah, drum stool. Yes, correct. Again, we're still I'm 29 accessories, and I think we're at like 21. So yeah, I don't think there'll be equipment cases, but that would be a fun addition, wouldn't it? Just under that would be really cool. Anyway, so I think we've got more to expect from this set, and I'm very excited to see what that kind of entails, really. But yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff. And on top of all that, there's a couple other things to talk about. Not only are we getting classified Cold Slither, and O-Ring Reaction Plus Zartan from Cold Slither, but we're also getting Reigning Phoenix Music are going to be doing an album. Let's get the email out again, because this is incredible. Here we go. Ready? The beat doesn't stop there. Hasbro has partnered with Reigning Phoenix Music, a rapidly ascending record label specializing in hard rock and heavy metal, to announce the self-titled anthem Cold Slither. Dedicated to G.I. Joe fans across the world, the album presents 10 electrifying tracks that blend searing, distorted guitar riffs, pounding rhythms, and irresistibly catchy anthemic choruses. The Cold Slither album will also feature a modernization of the original track from the 1985 episode of the same name. Stay tuned and follow more for album news on Instagram and Facebook. And after a rocking jam sesh, fans can look forward to catching Skybound's upcoming issue, Cold Slither: The Reunion. Amazing. Dedicated to the greatest rock band in Cobra history. Stay tuned for more comic news on skybound.com. And there is a little bit more information, so a little bit of copy for that as well, for the comic. The greatest rock band reunites to rule the world unless G.I. Joe can stop them. See below for official product copy and links to high-res images. What? There was nothing there. So that was a lie. I didn't see any high-res images for that or product copy. So lies. Anyway, they must be talking about other stuff. But anyway, that might be connected to the actual figures. But that is Cold Slither, the reunion comic from Skybound. Cannot wait for that. Hopefully a bit more information to follow with that one as well. Whew. What is the number for the Cold Slither box set again, asks Wilfredo? 163. 163. Now, of course, that is set for Sdcc. So in terms of line planning, it's a little bit further down the way. But that's still a ridiculous amount of figures, in my opinion, to be talking about at this stage. But hot diggity dumplings. How crazy is this? Max says, I wish they could do a behind the music like issue with Skybound. That would be fun. I would go feral with joy if they worked Gem and the holograms into classified. So would I, Joshua. I've wanted, because obviously Super7 have done Gem and Misfits reaction figures, but I was really hoping for Gem and Misfits Ultimates, and if they ever did Gem and the holograms in the classified series, game over. You could get Satin's band, Gem and the holograms, the Misfits, and Cold Slither, and the Average Joe band. Although the Average Joe band would be a bit weak because it's just those characters without all of their gear on, isn't it? Basically, you know what I mean? It's. Oh, I suppose CoverGirl, Lady J, and Scarlet would be in different. They would be literally different, costumes. But it's like, was it Rock and Roll, Duke, Footloose? Is he in that? I can't remember. I can't remember what the band is now. I think it's Footloose, Rock and Roll, and Duke are the other three, aren't they? So, but they're just like normskis. So I don't know. But my goodness, I jokingly did a graphic, or I was working on a graphic ages ago for a fake Coachella, and I think I called it Joe-chella, and it was all of the G.I. Joe related band. You know, it was like one of those posters that they would do for Coachella where you got that kind of like seats, kind of like oh god, what do you call it? It's like a silhouette background, but like a landscape of like the area sort of thing. But I did a silhouette background of the G.I. Joe HQ, kind of like against the sun, like kind of very kind of Coachella style. And then the poster was just all of the text was all of like the bands performing at the show at Joe-chella, because I thought that was a fun thing to do. And I haven't actually. Did I finish that? Sorry, I'm going to go on a little side mission here to see if I finish Joe-chella. And how did I spell it? Yeah, G.I. Joe-chella. It's on here. How can I show this to you guys? It's kind of funny. I can tell you who's on the main stage: Cold Slither, the Average Joe band, Metalhead, the Action Force band, Kinder and Bryant, because they were actually people that actually did music for G.I. Joe Sunbow. Also, Spencer Michelin, Johnny Douglas and Orchestra, obviously. Sorry, Spencer Michelin and Johnny Douglas and Orchestra. Of course, Word Burglars on there. And then I threw on Black Eyed Peas because they did the Boom Boom Pow remix on Rise of Cobra. I think it was Rise of Cobra, at the end of Rise of Cobra. ASAP Ferg for the classic Snake Eyes banger. I'm on a new level. And Ninja Kaiji, who did a special piece of music for the Snake Eyes movie. Do you guys remember that? It kind of came out a little bit after and was it's such a banger. And then in the DJ tent, who do you think I've got in the DJ tent, by the way, for Joe-chella? This is a fun game. I've chosen DJ, obviously, Airwave from the Sky Patrol, myself, and that's it for the DJ tent. Then in the acoustic tent, I've got Rock and Roll. He's just doing an acoustic set. Footloose, doing an acoustic set. Spell of the Siren, which I think is just the Baroness blowing in that thing. Basically, that's the whole joke, I guess. And then I've also got on there, also featuring a very special yodeling performance by Alpine and the Frozen Fudgies theme song performed by Quick Kick. So that was my G.I. Joe Cella main stage, DJ tent, acoustic tent. I think I've covered everything. Of course, yes, Gem and the Holograms should be in there. Misfits should be in there, of course. But it was all Joe related. And yes, Satin's band should be in there. Absolutely, Mr. Mad Gus. That definitely, yeah, Satin's band should be in there. Why weren't they in there? Have I just misread it? I might have left them out by accident. But yes, Satin's band should be in there, and that is a gross negligence on my part. Any others I've missed? Average Joe band, Rock and Roll Footloose, Duke, Shipwreck's in there as well. You're right, sorry. And then Scarlet Lady Jane Covergirl. Yes, Scott. I forgot about Shipwreck in there. You're right, Mr. Mad Gus. I should have had Satin's band. Chances of Snake Eyes Boy George and Shipwreck sax player set. Oh, it's got to happen now, right? Now we've got Cold Slither going on. They'll probably do Satin's band at some point. I am truly outrageous, Pretzel John, indeed. But what's on day 2, says Hi, it's me. That's a good point. Are we not getting some teasers from the con this weekend? Yeah, most probably, James. Yeah, I imagine that'll be actually at the weekend, unless something leaks, which I don't know if that'll happen this time, unless there's some sort of pre-orders. But I don't think that's the case. Don't quote me on that, but I don't think we're getting pre-orders over Toy Fair. I think it's just going to be some sort of reveals and some sort of, stuff like that. They'll probably talk about this Cold Slither situation. They'll probably discuss, and also we haven't really talked about this, have we? Well, actually, Paul, you've just given me a thought to talk about here. You've said they kept this under wraps really well, or did they? Or are they just revealing it months in advance? Exactly, Stanley. Yes, to avoid leaks. I think they've done it to avoid leaks, personally, because it's if they can officially control what comes out, they feel better about it. We get stuff in advance, great, and we know we can go, this is actually 100% happening. Whereas all of the leaks, so many other things come into consideration. Sometimes you're not even sure if what you're looking at is what you're looking at, and then it's only because you might have a bit of other information that kind of backs that up. So yeah, in terms of the official capacity, I think this is Hasbro getting ahead of any possible leakage. Gross. But maybe they'll probably talk about this over the Toy Fair weekend. Will they have the figures in hand? Maybe. That would be a bit mental though, wouldn't it? They probably don't, but they might have models or early production samples. But because of that, I don't think they'll show anything off at Toy Fair that's Cold Slither related. They'll probably save that for actual SDCC. That would make more sense to me. But yeah. Anyway, I haven't updated the list, Stanley, because I'm not 100% sure the listing. That listing we have isn't it? There's a SDCC listing in there, in our listings, but we've got to do a bit of double checking and confirming that listing is 100% what it is first. So I haven't updated it yet, but yeah, we can probably just put Cold Slither into that listing, most likely. Sponsored by Red Rocket Drive-In Restaurants. Genius figure 6-pack. Love it. Oh, RZA. Yes, he played Blind Master in Retaliation, Max. RZA's going to have to be he's going to have to headline, isn't he? That is a great shout. The funny thing is, it's because he's an actor in it. He doesn't do the music. So yeah, that's a great shout. Great shout. I love that. 46 Zone has gone up a level here. The RZA playing Dream, Donuts Rule Everything Around Me. If you know the Wu-Tang Clan, they did a song called Cream, Cash Rules Everything Around Me. I love that update, 46 Zone. Absolutely genius. Or Cobra Ain't Nothing to... I'm not going to finish that. But yeah, the RZA playing Dream. Donuts rule everything. Dream. Donuts rule everything around me. Dream. Get the donuts. And the grape soda. Yeah, that could work. That could work. Let's redo that entire song. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. There we go. So I think why am I not moving? Why is that not moving? Oh, that's because I wasn't on the actual screen. Sorry, I was pressing buttons and nothing was happening. I thought, oh no, I've locked up. No, everything's fine. So, like I said, there's that Arthur Deluxe listing, which is an SDCC one as far as we're aware. So I'm assuming that is what that is. But again, until I get a like full on, well, time to change it, and also full on confirmation or confirmation, then I will leave it as is. But at the moment, yes, it looks like Arthur Deluxe is Cold Slither, which is absolutely amazing. Anyway, no other changes on there for Noi. So nothing really to kind of like change on that one. I'm just, oh yeah, we've also yeah, sorry, I'm just going to get confused with what I'm talking about. So yeah, no other changes on the listings. In fact, no changes at all because I haven't actually changed anything. But yeah, it's very likely that After Deluxe is whatever it's been called, Cold Slither. Brilliant stuff. PulseCon Cold Slither Zarana, says Soda. That's a good shout. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? I'd be up for that. Dreadnoks for Life says Cold Slither Zarana. Yes, also. Both of you are right. Night Viper and Techno Viper. Techno Viper should be a Night Viper. Both good shouts, figure 6-pack for Joe Cella. In fact, Techno Viper should be on the should definitely be in the DJ tent, shouldn't he? Techno Viper in the DJ tent with me, DJ, and who else did I say was on that? I've gotten rid of it now. I can't remember who else was in that DJ set. But yeah, in any case, yes, I agree with you. Nightclub Force, Scott. Yes, absolutely. Well, it certainly is Deluxe, Paul. Yes, it is. It certainly is. Oh God. Hi, it's me says, hang on, I missed your first comment. Let me find that first. You said, or unless you were responding to someone else with the other comment, on the weekly news was limited to synergistic corporate reads. Yes, it was, wasn't it? At least this time it was a little bit less of that. Although I did read direct copy from a Hasbro email, so yeah, that's the same thing, isn't it? Really. Cobra Commander and Mindbender have a food truck too. IDW 250 ? Yes, Max. That will get them all involved. If they made Gem, we can use the term synergy in a non-corporate manner. Good point, Paisano. The radio guys should be there too. That's true, figure 6-pack. I've got Airwave in there, but yeah, you're right. I think Dial Tone, Mainframe, Breaker, Televiper. Televiper for the TV. Yes, Mainframe, Dial Tone, Televiper for the TV production, figure 6-pack. I like that. This is getting out of hand, but I love it. And do you know what? All this is making me think of now is how insane are the toy photography crew going to be when they get this set in hand? How many concert images are we going to get? How many crazy dio setups are we going to get of an entire, like, actual friggin'... Oh, I've had an idea. You can get, from Extreme Sets, you can get, like, the kind of wrestling backstage sort of things, can't you? And you could have like a backstage kind of them hanging out, drinking grape soda and eating donuts before they go out for the event. Yeah, extremes. Have they got stages and crowds? Other in that case, yes, just go for that one. That's perfect, Max. Yeah, Extreme Sets do some crazy good stuff. I've got there's an Autobot one up there, the Transformers Arc sort of one that's literally across the entire top of one of my displays, which is just all Cobra on top of it. It's amazing. Cases for gear, yes, Extreme sets do. That's cool. How many stop motion videos are going to get made? Loads. To the sound of the original Cold Slither music, or to the new one that they're going to be doing. I can't believe they're doing an album. That's so cool. I can't believe they're doing an album and didn't tell me about it. Didn't say, hey, we could do with you and Word Burglar to jump on this. In fact, I don't know if I should ask him. I should be like, hey, have you been signed up to do anything for this? But I don't know. He wouldn't be able to tell me anyway. Oh, Paul says I'm ready. Okay, I can't wait for that, mate. I cannot wait for your work following getting this in hand. Dreadnoks for Life says, going to pose that figure set with my joke on issue 212 Cold to the Gem comic cover. That sounds phenomenal. This is going to redefine the concept of a concert event, says Hi, it's me. Yes, it is. Oh, okay, DJ, you're right here. DJ Smith says The Rock has a song from Moana called Thank You. Can he sing at Joe-Chella? He is Roadblock. Yes. Sorry, you said Joe Fest, so you might mean Joe Fest, really. You're right. He was Roadblock at one point, so he can be added to my Joe-Chella poster. But also, if you mean actually wanting him to be at Joe Fest to do a song, that's also totally cool as well. I can't wait for Sdcc. I will be in the line first thing Thursday, says Eben. Could you get us all? Can you just hook us all up with that, Eben? Thanks, mate. Hook us all up with one each. Cheers. Paul says, just need a grimy tour bus. Are these for your images for the team? Can't wait. Scoop doing backstage interviews. Oh, this is getting better and better by the second. I agree, Figure Six Pack. You've got the best ideas here when it comes to all the other characters involved. I'm definitely giving them the van from Ramen Toys. That's a good shout, Niximus Prime. The album might be really good, says Paisano. I'm sure. Well, I'm really excited for. I can't wait. This is going to be amazing. Now I'm going to have to 3D print a case for Behringer X32, says White Vegeta. Amazing. Oh yeah, DJ Smith. Sorry, Hi, it's me. Says yes. If he can hold an Amardeus while he sings it for The Rock, yeah, that'd be great. Gridiron Studios will fill music gaps. Yes, indeed, Stanley. That's a good point. Cold Slither IROC Camaro for Clutch. That'd be cool. The Figure Six Pack, Chuckles, Law and Order, Mutton Junkyard, DEF team for security and drug confiscating. Absolutely. Hector Ramirez can do the interviews. Yeah, Scoop filming, Hector Ramirez doing the interviews. Done. Check. Perfect. Bullhorn for crowd control. Hilarious. Alpine comes on stage during a break-in sets and does a yodeling solo. Did you not hear me say that, Paul? He's part of Joe-Chella. Alpine is doing a very special yodeling session, and Quick Kick sings the Frozen Fudgies theme as well. So there you go. Anyway, you missed that one. Well, that was me going through my Joe-Chella lineup that I haven't posted. I'll tweak it because some of these are really good ideas in terms of I can't believe I forgot Saturn's Band. How are they not on there? My festival is Burning Joe, says Chris G. Maybe I should do a Burning Joe poster as well then. Is this the best figure set ever announced? I think so, says Dreadnoks for Life. There's a surprise that Dreadnoks for Life, but I have to agree with you. I think it's it's a really fun, awesome set, and I think it's going to be. I think a lot of people are going to want this one. I think we're going to. I don't want to have to. I don't have that stress that always comes with this stuff. Sometimes, it's a really good set, Dreadnoks for Life, in my opinion. Just for that drum kit alone. Undercover camera crew with Lady J and others. Yeah, true. Twisted Kister. That's happened in the past, actually. Alpine as Freddie Mercury for sound testing. Definitely. Yeah, I think it's a really good exclusive, honestly. I think it's really good. I think guaranteed sellout. I think it is, honestly. Country band, says Lone Dragon, with Wild Bill Cross Country and Dusty. That is phenomenal. I love it. Anyway. Box size will be an issue at Sdcc. Well, maybe it's not as crazy big as we think it's going to be. It'll be pretty big though, won't it? It'll be pretty large exclusive. Although I've had, I mean, there have been bigger Sdcc box sets, not just for Joe, but well, for Joe. I mean, look at like the Transformers G.I. Joe crossover sets. They were massive. They were like, you know, compared to what we're going to be getting with this, I'd imagine. Yeah, cool. All right then. I think that is everything, more or less. Thank you, Lawrence, for the yeah, Freddie Mercury Live Aid. I'm totally with you on that. I understood the reference. I appreciate you sending me a video for it as well. That's amazing. Anyway, that's that. 2026 hasn't changed, still the same. So that's that. That's that pretty much. Nothing to report on 2026. It's still as is. Name only reveals hopefully will change over the weekend, but of course there is of course the 18th as well. So we might not get name only reveals over the toy fair. I would be surprised if we didn't, but we might not. In which case this might change. But at the moment it's just Snake Eyes version 4 and Crystal Ball. But that said, we do have a lot of digital renders now. And yes, I cheated a little bit because I was thinking, do I put all 4 individual figures on? No. And then I thought, well, if I'm using just one extra one, it's going to throw it off. So I did that instead. So there you go. Sue me. This is where we are with digital renders at the moment. It's going to be insane this year, isn't it? Yes, there's a delay of sorts, but I don't know. It looks like it's going to be worth it looking at some of this stuff. The snake armor, I'm so excited for that. The claw, slice and dice are amazing. Snake Eyes and the polar bear, the ore striker. There's so much cool stuff coming. The blooming cold Slither set, so much cool stuff coming. Oh my god, it's crazy. Who's Sue Me? Says Scott. Brilliant. Joe Cella TF crossover featuring Jazz Blaster, Soundwave, Sound Blaster, all the other ones that are related. Lightfoot, I like it. Good addition. Anyway, is this is the best stream ever? Thank you, Figure Six Pack. I think it is. We're all going to need bigger basements at this rate, aren't we? There's so much there on that screen. It's making me sweat. But then the other thing is, we're not going to have to worry about it until like we have to, you know, we get it all at once in the last 3 minutes of the year. This is what happened that last time. What was that? It was 2 years ago now, wasn't it? Where everything was pushed. Again, there was a delay, and we had that 6 months. No, yes, a year of product in 6 months, which was how I think Emily phrased it at the time. And that's what it was crazy. It all came at the end of the year, and we were all getting absolutely decimated by it. Toys equals midlife crisis squared says the real question is if this set will be complete by Sdcc based on production issues. Yeah, good question. And I think it's a valid one. Yeah, I think it is a valid one. I think that, you know, for things like this, for Sdcc, and for things that are like not out of their, I mean, it is sort of out of their control. Once they've signed on with a partner to do something like an exclusive, there is an element there of that kind of takes priority a little bit. So I probably have to say, in that sense, they can reveal and pre-order all they want, all the other stuff, and then keep you waiting. But for this stuff, they probably have to make the priority. So I imagine that that's probably why we're. Do you know what? That's a good question you pose, and probably why we're seeing an official reveal now to get ahead of any leaks, because this is probably taken the priority to get completed for that time period. So yeah, I think that's probably a lot of that going around. So yeah, I'd have to kind of agree with that. And it is a genuinely legitimate question based on the information that we have, isn't it? Really. I hope it's all spread out is my only concern, says Max. Yeah, but I don't think it will be. I think it'll be spread out in terms of how it's revealed, of how it's probably revealed and how it's pre-ordered. Yeah, but in terms of when we get it, it's probably going to all be at once. And that means a lot of the time, you know, be careful of pre-ordering too much. Don't forget, because you don't want that all come in at once, you know. That's because that's when they charge usually for those kind of things. The way they had Once a Man on hand, they know what they are doing for the most part. Yeah, that was pre them having a production delay, though. Anyway, Twisted Kister says, I love the synergy across platforms for Cold Slither. Would not have expected that. I love the fact you use the word synergy, Twisted Kister. We'd miss that one. I love it. Good addition. Anyway, lots of renders, but I just wanted to update the graphic really more than anything else. One more shout out for the awesome t-shirt that we've combined forces with for the Dietrich family. Our wonderful, amazing friend Aaron Dietrich of Roma Collectibles passed away recently, of course, and it's been devastating for all involved, friends, family, everyone. But obviously, those kind of situations come with other issues, and one of those things is all of the things you have to deal with after the fact. And we thought we would come together with Brian Sauer at Codename Iowa to design a very cool and amazing Aaron Ironblood t-shirt. Now, all the proceeds will go to the Dietrich family. You can find the link by going to codenameiowa.com. Link in our description down in the below and in the below of our description, and go to the store and you can grab one of these beauties. Like I said, all proceeds go to the Dietrich family, and the end of that pre-order will be March the 9th. So you have some time, but please, if you can, please support a good cause and also get a really dope Aaron Ironblood t-shirt at the same time. Okay then. Right then. That is everything for today's episode. Now there were a couple of other news items. Were there a couple, or was it just the one? We did get a few more images of Flint that popped up, retro Flint that popped up on Reddit. We've posted those on our Facebook page, and I'll probably be talking about those on the weekly on Friday. Remember, because on Saturday I'm going to be traveling to New York City. I'll be the most devious bastard in New York City. And if you don't get that reference, we probably can't be friends. I'm sorry. So with that, so like I said, on Friday, I'll probably be talking about the retro Flint kind of like extra images, but there's not really much else to really go over. We've seen the figure in multiple ways. We've seen it render. We've seen it in hand as well. So I just wanted to, there are more images available and knocking about, courtesy of, I think it was G.I. Joe Kid 1988 on Reddit. Yes, Jedi Dan, you did miss the conversation about the next wave of Reaction Plus revealed. Yes. Cartoon Snake Eyes, Arctic Cobra Commander, and Wild Bill. Very cool little additions for the Reaction Plus line. And of course, Zartan, of course, obviously, but he was discussed at that moment in time as well. In actual fact, there you go. It was the back of that card we were discussing. So there you go. All right. Thank you very much, guys, for joining me tonight. Like I said, I'll be back on Friday. It'll just be me on Friday to do the weekly. And obviously, anything that pops up during the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, you never know. Might be some more information that pops up. There might be some leaks. It is like a few days before Hasbro do something. So a few days before Hasbro do something. So yeah, who knows? In any case, I'll see you soonish rather than late-ish. Stay fresh, cheese bags. And as always, after 3, you know what to do. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. That was a joke because of Full Force or Cold Slither. You'll be joining us soon.
That's it for this instalment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, Full Force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always, you can keep up with the show after listening by following on all of our social platforms, links in the description, and if you would like to contact the show, you can message us on any of those platforms with feedback or questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/The Full Force Podcast, or click the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.